as somebody who has been there, I know that it is not easy to let go of someone that you need to let go of. And I work with so many people, primarily women, in this particular scenario. So I'm going to not try to genderfy this situation, but I'm going to speak about the women that I work with who see the pattern. I have women who will stay in relationships that they know are not good for them, that are abusive to them, and they'll say, I see it, I just don't know how to let it go. So, one thing I want to say to you is I want to give you permission to not let it go for a minute, okay? And I think that we think, you know, oh my God, I'm going to have to stop loving this person if I let them go. And we feel like we have to get to a point where we no longer feel the way that we feel about them, but that's simply not true. Forever, love who you can. Be in love with who you can be in love with, because that love is your soul food and it is your fuel. So anybody who wants to get you to demonize this person or to stop loving them, that's not going to work. That just simply doesn't work. I want you, and I'm giving you permission to literally love this person for the rest of your life, but understand that you are in a three-dimensional reality. And if this person is not showing up for you in this three-dimensional reality, that you're wasting your time and you're wasting your life. So I'm going to give you a little hint about how to be where you are when you know that you need to let go of something that you can't let go of. And here's the thing. When you can't let go of something, it's usually because there's one, intermittent reinforcement on their end, but two, because you're confused and you think that they're actually confused because they're alluding that they're confused. But here's the thing, honey. Most likely, they're not actually confused. So I had a client tonight and it came full circle to me, the image of like what actually goes on in this dynamic. And I wish I would have used it with clients before, because it became so clear to me tonight that it was like, okay, this is pressing. I have to share this with other people who are going through it also. So say that your relationship is in a circle, okay, or your relationship is a circle. And what ends up happening is at one point, this person was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, right? And that was a little bit like alluring. You're like, okay, how can we both get in here? How can we cozy up in this little circle? And you were 2 feet in, right? Or at least you thought you were. So what is happening now in the phase where you know that you need to let go of something, but you can't let go of it, is that this person who at one point was 1 foot in, 1 foot out has totally stepped out, right? But they're telling you, well, I'm confused and I love you. And they're actually still around, even though they've stepped out of the circle. And I want you to just hold space for the fact that the circle is the relationship, okay? And you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, thinking that they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out because they're looking at the circle, but they're not in the circle at all. Just because somebody's looking at the circle doesn't mean they want to be a part of it, doesn't mean they want to show up to it, doesn't mean anything at all, okay? All it means is that they're looking at the circle. And when you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, going, can you please get in the circle with me? Can you please get in the circle with me? And you don't understand why they're not like showing up for you fully. It's because they're actually not 1 foot in, 1 foot out like you think they are. They're 2 feet out. They're not confused about the fact that they're 2 feet out. And they're watching you kind of run circles around yourself in this one little circle, going, how can I get them back fully into this circle? So you, in your confusion, are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Or you might be 2 feet in. But my guess is that if you're in this situation, you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out too, because your heart is saying one thing and your brain's saying another. So you don't have to stop loving this person, for one. But you do have to recognize that just because they're looking at the circle doesn't mean you have to look at the circle, okay? So this kind of dynamic, it spins people mentally out of control, okay? And you'll spend your life confused, going, why is this happening? Well, why does he show up and still have sex with me? Why does he tell me he loves me? Why this? Why that? It doesn't matter why, right? It matters what you're going to be about it, okay? So you're allowed to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the circle. Hell, you're even allowed to be 2 feet in the circle if he's gone from the circle. But what you must do to actually move forward in your life while you're at that space is look outside of the circle, okay? Because what most people do is they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and their whole focus and their whole heart space and everything about their life is so focused on that circle and trying to convince somebody else or prove something to somebody else to get them to love you enough to get in the circle with you. And you're the only one spinning circles around yourselves in the circle. So you're allowed to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the circle, but don't look at the circle. So honor where you are. That relationship isn't going anywhere in your energy body until you look outside the circle long enough in whatever direction that is. And here's the thing to do. Do gratitudes. Do gratitudes about your actual life. What are you appreciative for that shows up every single day in your actual life? Is it, I'm grateful for clean water. I'm grateful for parents that support me. I'm grateful for the job that I have. I'm grateful for the friendships in my life. Whatever it is, look outside of the circle in gratitude, okay, for what is actually present in your life. I know it's hard to get outside of that mental cage that you're in when you're in the circle trying to pull somebody else in. But look outside of the circle, honoring that, like, okay, sure, 1 foot in is 1 foot's in, 1 foot's out, whatever. But just keep your focus outside of the circle, in gratitude. Keep looking out there instead of, oh my God, I got to fix this circle and I got to pull this person in the circle. When you do that, inevitably, you will know exactly when and how and where to jump when you are ready to take your other foot out. But what I don't want you to do is stay in the circle, keep looking at the circle and trying to fix the circle, or to pull somebody who doesn't want to be in the circle, who's confusing you because they're confused, so you feel bad for their confusion. You're trying to help them not be confused by making it clear to them that they want to be with you because you're worthy of being with. My love, just because somebody is telling you they love you, is intermittently showing up for you but not actually showing up the way that you need it, doesn't mean they're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Doesn't mean they're confused, okay? And I know that your bleeding heart wants to help them not be confused and to save them from their own demise and their own confusion. But the thing is, it's possible that they're actually 2 feet out and just looking at the circle because it's like entertainment for them. That's possible, okay? So I want you to actually wrap your head around that potential. And if you need to be in that circle, if you need to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, 2 feet in, whatever, love them. Sure, do not demonize this person. You never need to demonize this person. Love is the only true currency, and it will be your fuel, and it will be ideally the fuel that helps you to look out and go, wow, I'm really grateful for that thing, and I'm really grateful for that thing, and I'm really grateful for this thing. Because when you love truly, you are in a potential to appreciate what you actually have in your real life. So you don't have to not love this person. You can love them for the rest of your life, and you can divvy up that love and divide it into billions of multiple directions. It doesn't have to be directed at one person constantly, especially this one person who's basically watching you entertain yourself in their little puzzle that they're creating for you. So when you don't know how to let go of something that you need to let go of, you don't have to let go, but you must look outside of the circle even when you're in the circle. Because to do anything but is to dishonor everything else in your life that's working and everything else in your life that is amazing and good. So when you're in the circle, do yourself a damn good favor and recognize that even if they're looking at the circle, it doesn't mean they're in the circle with you. And you, my love, have the power and control to just look outside the circle in gratitude and just look at what's around you, what's actually present in your life that you can attend to and that you can nurture instead of trying to pull something into a circle that's not actually willing to show up to it. Okay? I hope this was helpful. Love you. Bye.